please go to a piercer that you trust. And if you don't have a piercer that you trust, do a bunch of research on a piercer. Hey y'all, it's your girl Shay back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. As you can see by the title of the video today, I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know before getting an industrial piercing. I actually did get my industrial pierced about a month ago, so I will be telling you everything you need to know about getting an industrial piercing. But before we get into this video, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe down below because it really helps out my channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So you're thinking about getting an industrial piercing. I feel like it's one of the cutest ear piercings you can get. It has a lot of dimension, has a lot of flair. It's very unique and it is super common, but I don't see everybody with it. I know there are some really common popular piercings out there, and industrial is up there, but it's like kind of towards the bottom of the popular piercings. There is a lot that you should know before getting this piercing. So first we're going to start off with the pain level. I know that's something that a lot of people want to know before they get a piercing. I want to say that everybody is going to be different. For me, the pain level of this piercing was like a 2 or a 3. It really didn't hurt at all. Honestly, it was just like a burning sensation. And one thing that you should know about an industrial piercing is it is 2 piercings. So it's going through at one spot and then it's going through at another spot. So it's basically 2 piercings at the same time so they can put the bar into your ear. So it will be 2 piercings. And honestly, like I said, for me, it wasn't painful at all. It was maybe a 2, a 3 at the most because it was just like a burning sensation. I do have a lot of piercings, so I'm very used to getting piercings. And honestly, this was on the less painful side of piercings for me. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the price. The price was about $50. That's pretty standard for an ear piercing. It is 2 piercings in one, so I feel like that's actually a pretty good price. So it is a decently priced piercing, but at the same time, $50 is a lot of money to be spending on getting a needle put through your ear and replaced with some jewelry. But honestly, I feel like it was worth the $50. Piercings typically will run you about that much. You know, if you're going to a piercer who knows what they're doing, $50 is pretty much a standard base price. Next will be the healing process. I've only had my piercing for about a month, so it is not fully healed, but typically industrial piercings take about 2 to 3 months to heal. Obviously, you don't want to sleep on it, you don't want to irritate it, and you want to give it like the best care that you possibly can so it can heal within those 2 to 3 months so you can start changing your jewelry and not worrying about it hurting as much. It will take about 2 to 3 months, but like I said before, everybody's body is different and your body may take a little bit longer. I know I have cartilage piercings on this ear that still haven't healed, and the industrial is a double cartilage piercing pretty much. So I know that cartilage piercings can take upwards to like 6 months to a year. So I know everybody's body will be different, but online, Google says 2 to 3 months, so we're gonna go with that. Now let's talk about cleaning. You want to clean your piercing every single day, 3 times a day. I know that can be a little bit excessive, but in the first week of getting your piercing, try to clean it 3 times a day just so it can heal as best as it can. I feel like after that first week, for me at least, because I do have a lot of piercings, so I feel like I'm pretty credible to speak on this, but after that first week, I'll do it 1 to 2 a day. I don't know, I feel like it's a part of my body now and I don't really have to do too much to keep up with it, but generally when you first get it, 3 times a day, every day for the first week, and then after that, 1 to 2 a day until it heals. I really love this Nail Med solution. This stuff works really well and you can find it at most piercing shops, but it is cheaper on Amazon for a bigger bottle, and I will link that down below. I'll typically spray this on my piercing and then use a Q-tip. I know there's going to be multiple people out there who tell you not to clean it that way. I'm just telling you how I clean it. There are so many different ways to clean piercings, and I think that you should do whatever works for you. And I feel like one thing that you should get out of this video is that you should do whatever works for you and your body. If what I'm saying in this video doesn't work for you or doesn't pertain to you, that is perfectly fine. I'm just telling you what works for me and what helps my piercings flourish. So you can take it or leave it, but I do really like this stuff. I will link it down below for anybody who wants it. A lot of you probably already use this if you have piercings, but you can always make your own salt solutions, which will be a lot cheaper than getting this. I just feel like this is so convenient to use, and it's also easy, especially if you're a little bit lazy but you need to clean your piercings. I know another really big question with piercings is keloids. I already do have a little bit of keloids forming on my piercings, but I feel like that's happened to me with every cartilage piercing I've ever gotten. The 2 cartilage piercings I have up here and my nose, I've gotten keloids on all of them. I do know how to get rid of them very easily, and that's tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is going to be your best friend with piercings and keloids because most likely you're going to get keloids on your piercings. There's nothing wrong with keloids. They're very natural. A lot of people are going to get keloids on your piercings, especially if it's a cartilage piercing, because you're piercing through such a thick piece of skin. There's just a lot that goes on during the healing process of cartilage piercing, so 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to get a keloid, but trust me, tea tree oil will work. As soon as you see the keloid forming, start putting the tea tree oil on it. But one tip I do have for you, don't put the tea tree oil on until you see the keloid, because putting tea tree oil on a piercing that doesn't have a keloid can actually cause a keloid to form. So wait for it to form as soon as you see it, and then after you clean it, start putting tea tree oil on it after you see the keloid form. And another tip, do not put tea tree oil straight on your piercings, okay? Please don't put tea tree oil straight on your piercings. I'll show you what tea tree oil looks like, real tea tree oil. So real tea tree oil is literally like an essential oil that you would put in your diffuser. This is regular tea tree oil, and this is very potent. And if you put it straight on your skin, it's probably going to burn and irritate your skin. So what you want to do is dilute this with the carrier oil. So almond oil, coconut oil, olive oil. You can put a couple of drops of tea tree oil in your carrier oil, mix it around, and then start putting it on your piercings after you clean them. Make sure you dilute this. Please dilute your tea tree oil. So I'm now going to talk about the piercer. I feel like this is one of the most important things. Please go to a piercer that you trust. Please go to a piercer that you trust, and if you don't have a piercer that you trust, do a bunch of research on a piercer that knows how to do industrial piercings, because honestly, everybody out here, you cannot trust them. Everybody out here is not a good piercer, and I would hate for anybody to go out here and get a piercing that they don't like, because it's happened to me. And honestly, it happened to me with my industrial piercing. I will get into that a little bit later, but go to someone that you trust. Go to someone that you've maybe been to before for other piercings, who you like, who you trust, who you know does good work, who you know will give you the best experience possible. Going to someone who doesn't care, who doesn't know what they're doing, is not going to be good for you in the long run. It's going to be a waste of money. It can be really detrimental to your skin and your piercing, and you really don't want that in the long run. So please do your research and go to someone that you trust. One more thing I want to add is also during the healing process, do not sleep on your piercing. I've had my industrial for about a month now, and I have not slept on it at all. Sometimes in the middle of the night, I'll turn onto it a little bit. I'm like, oh shoot, like I need to get off of it. So I have not slept on my piercing in about a month, and it's healing up really nicely. I feel like it looks really good and it's doing well. Please do not sleep on your new piercings for at least a month. Do what's right for your body, but the first couple of weeks to a month, try not to sleep on your piercing so it can heal as best as it can, and then eventually you'll start being able to sleep on it. So now I'm going to tell you about my experience with my industrial. I got my industrial about a month ago and I hate it, and here's why. So as you can see, this is my industrial right here. It looks fine and dandy and all, but as you can see, there's like no space between the bar and the top of my ear, and I really hate that. Also, my ear is very like crinkled and weird looking, and I just do not like that at all. So y'all, I'm gonna tell you about my first day with my industrial piercing. I got it done at the piercing shop and I had to wear my mask over it, so it was a little bit sore and tender. It was very sore for the first couple of days, which wasn't that bad, and it's pretty common with piercings, but sis, my piercing bled so freaking bad. I will insert pictures right here. I was so scared. I felt like things dripping down my ear. I literally had to get in the shower and wash off all the blood. And that is a normal thing that happens, so it's fine if your piercing bleeds, but I was just so scared. And I made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found it helpful at all, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe down below because it really helps out my channel. And if you made it this far, comment down below a little emoji, like comment down below the little blood and needle emoji. I will insert it right here because I'm obviously explaining this so terribly, but if you have made it to this part of the video, comment one of those emojis down below and I'll know that you made it to the end of the video. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!